Hey everybody, it's Jean-Luc with the home button, and I am taking a look at one of my favorite games of all time. Yes, it is Persona 3. You may be asking yourself, hey Jean-Luc, why are you looking at a game that is, what, came out 2006? Yeah, that's a pretty old game. Well, the Persona 5 big gameplay trailer just came out that shut off the game, and that looks awesome. I'm very excited for it, and other home button member Nate was telling me that he was interested in that game, but didn't know anything about Persona, so he's a little apprehensive. And I figured, why don't I just make a video showing off how awesome Persona is. I happen to have a pretty good copy, good save going in Persona 3 here that I apparently just never finished. So we're gonna take a look at that. Man, I don't even know where to start with this game. First off, I love these intros. They do a really good job. The animation, man, you know what? If the Persona 4 anime looked half as good as these intros, damn, these intros are good. Also, this game is rated M. There's some fucked up shit in this game. Alright, so we're gonna skip the rest of the intro, as good as it is, and get right into the game. This is Persona 3 FES. It's sort of the Game of the Year edition of the game. It added a bunch of extra content to the main game, known as the Journey, and then added a sort of epilogue extra expansion called The Answer. The Answer's okay. I like the story stuff, but the gameplay is a bit because it really focuses exclusively on the combat and kind of takes away some of the extra school elements, which kind of doesn't really work, I find. So we're gonna jump into the game here. I have a save about 25 hours in. I'm on the second month, so I've beaten the first boss, so I'm not too far in the story, so we're not gonna get much spoilers here or anything. And I can show off like a good chunk of the game. All right, so here we are. Oh man, where to even start? Okay. So this is me. This is my character named Minato, which I believe is the name for the comic book version of the manga version. I'm very bad at naming characters, so anytime there's a default name, I'll just stick with that. And that was the best I had. So he's a transfer student who comes to this town and finds out that he has a power called Persona, which is like a demon that comes out of you, and he is joined up with these other group of Persona users, and their job is there's a secret 25th hour that happens every night called the Dark Hour that only Persona users are aware of, and everybody else is just asleep during it. They all turn into coffins, actually. It's really creepy. And there are these monsters called shadows that come out at night, and then also there's this giant labyrinth that forms out of your school called Tartarus, and that's where we are right now. We're on the entrance. It's kind of the lobby where you can set all your party members up, and we're trying to explore this place. So we can see here I got all my party members. I can talk to them, I can remove them from my party, check their stats. Here you see every character has a weapon that are all unique to them. The main character can actually have any weapon they want, but everyone else has like a specific weapon. So Junpei kind of has long two-handed weapons. You have, oh, I apologize, one sec. Turn something off, there we go. We have armor right here. Everyone gets armor, you get shoes. Not in the other games, the shoes, that might be a Persona 3 thing only, actually. And we got accessories, which are like necklaces and rings. You can kind of add extra bonuses to your characters. Also, I got my Persona, or Junpei's Persona. The Personas, they're kind of like Pokemon, where a Persona will have a set of weaknesses and strengths. So in this case, he is weak to Garu, which is wind, and strong against Agi, which is fire. He has a list of moves right here. He also has, it says that's what his next move is, leveling up, stats like magic, endurance, agility, luck, all that stuff. You don't have to worry too much about that that stuff. Like, you can get really deep into like some of it, but it isn't as complicated as it seems. We're just gonna head over here. Alright, so we got a bunch of floors unlock teleports, which lets me. I'm gonna go to the second section of Tartarus. This is one major complaint a lot of people have about Persona 3, is that it is one massive dungeon that you're just kind of exploring. It is procedurally generated, so the floors do change, except for these floors. These floors stay. By the way, on mine, I'm not sure if it'll show in the capture, but it's a little jittery on my end. I think that's just because of the capture setup. Normally when I play this game, I've had no problems with that. Okay, so here we go. We're kind of wandering around the dungeon, use the map, and you want to try and get as many floors as possible, but you don't just want to run through, because you do want to level up. We're gonna grab this guy and hit him. There is no random encounters, you just see those guys and you attack them. And here is the game. Okay, so it's party-based. I got me and my 3 other party members. I can only control my character. All the other party members are run on an AI system. Now, that's only Persona 3. Persona 4 changed it where you can have them run an AI, but you can also control them manually. It is one of the reasons I say that, as much as I do love Persona 3, I think it's hard to go back to after playing 4, because 4 does make a ton of improvements to the combat. So here we go. We're going to check out this guy. I have already had him analyzed, so I can see his weaknesses. I can see all his attacks. He's weak to Agi. So I'm going to check on my skills right here. Okay, I have Zio. So one thing that the protagonist can do that the other characters can't is actually switch out personas. I can have multiple personas. So we're going to go through them. Look at all these different personas I have. I love the art. All the art. The personas are majorly done by one guy. I mean, this is a very Japanese thing, where a lot of the art design is done by like a single vision, which I always like. There's a cohesiveness to that I think some American video games lack. So we're going to grab Pyrojack here. Before I do that, I want to check also the table. Okay, so the table is Nultifier, so I have this move which will do fire to everybody. I don't want to do that because I want to not hit him. So whenever you hit somebody with a weakness, it knocks them down, and then you get a second turn. So as long as you keep doing that, you can get a second turn. Once you knock somebody down, though, if you hit them again with their weakness, it doesn't count for your second turn. So in this case, if I had an ice ability, I could hit the crying table with an ice ability, knock him down. I'd have knocked everyone down. I can't do that. I can look and see the turn order. So Yukari's going to go next. She's wind, so she's not going to be able to do much. I actually don't have an ice person on me, unfortunately. So I'm just going to hit this guy again, since he's going to go after Yukari. You'll notice there, the character shoots himself in the head with a gun when he summons his persona. It's pretty fucking weird. The game justifies it, but it definitely feels like it's just this weird thing they put in the game. I mean, I kind of dig it, and how just weird and bizarre it is. This is only Persona 3 that does this, though. 4 switches up, they summon cards. I assume 5 will have a different system as well. 1 and 2 didn't have... I think 1 and 2, they just, like, put their hands in the air or something like that. Okay, so, we have actually killed everybody else, and we just got the table. I can switch personas again. So you can only switch your persona once per turn. Because I do actually have a persona here that does do ice called Jack Frost. And we're going to Boo-Foo. Shoot myself in the head. Okay, now that I have... When every enemy gets down, you get a chance to do an all-out attack. Do it here, and that's where everyone will just rush them. Generally, you always want to do an all-out attack. There are certain situations, specifically with bosses, where maybe an all-out attack isn't useful. Typically do. Oh, then perfect. So after a battle, you get occasionally you'll get something called the shuffle time. We get a bunch of cards here. The card on the left is a persona card. If I grab that, I get a persona. The one in the middle gives me XP, and the one on the right gives me a weapon. I want to get the XP one because I already have that persona. Right, yeah, and then it's got a 3, so I get even more XP. You always want to try and get the bonus XP in my personas if you don't have one. Then XP, then weapon. There's also money. I found the money isn't as useful. Here's a chest. Because you can, if you get the weapon, you don't need it, you can just sell the weapon. These little pads will just send me back to the start. So you do have limited SP in the game. If you go back to the start of the dungeon, you'll get your SP all back. Oh, that guy's red there. That means he's a bit tougher. Let's try and... No, Yukari. No, don't get in my way. So if he hits me, he'll get the enemy advantage. So I want to hit him first. So there's no advantage there. If I like hit him without him noticing me, I'll get a player advantage where we all get to go first. That's full snake. Okay, we need to. Perfect. 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 Mabufu.
Good choice. The enemy is down.
Here's a chance. Let's get him. Get back here, you son of a...
Guys, gonna hit him with a pierce attack. Uh-oh. Ah, shit.
Couldn't finish it off.
Oh, I haven't pointed this out yet, but this battle music is fucking amazing. If you have not been paying attention to it, it is holy shit. It's so good. It is the only the boss musics are different, but this is like the battle theme that plays the entire game, so you will hear this for like 80 hours. You'll probably get sick of it. I did not get sick of it at all, which is great. Here you go, I leveled up. As one thing you can see up here, I have Academics, Charm, and Courage. This is something you can level up over the course of the game, and you need that for the social link stuff, which I'll get to in a bit. There's a lot of systems in this game, but fortunately the game actually, I think, does a really good job explaining it at a good pace. So I think I've shown enough of kind of how this works. I'm going to actually head back. Turn to entrance. Oh no, I have Fuka, so I guess I'm actually two bosses in, now that I think about it, actually, 'cause you get her after. Okay, so that's just a little save right there. You do have to manually save. If you do die, you will get kicked back to the title screen, which does definitely suck when you die, especially if you've been like grinding for a while and you haven't saved. So be careful with that. This is the Velvet Room. This is a place where I can fuse personas together to get more personas. It's kind of the big way you get some of the you get personas in Tartarus, you know, through the shuffle time like you saw, but the way to get really good personas is to use them. So let's see. I want to get so I'm level 22, and which means I can only get a persona that is like 22 or lower. If I try get that guy, Prince of now. And there's this whole thing, there's like a chart and stuff. It's a bit confusing. I would look that up if you get a chance. The game doesn't explain it as well, but again, it's not like you don't have to be like, I need to understand the chart. You can kind of just be like, oh, I'm just gonna fuse some personas, and you'll be totally fine. What? Okay, so here's an example. So I got command rank 3 bonus XP. So personas all have arcanas associated with them. This persona is the Hermit Arcana. And in the game, you have a thing called social links where you make friends with people and you raise those social links up. And the reason you want to do that, apart from just story purposes, is that those feed back into the combat where if I have for example, I have level 3 in my Hermit social link. So when I fuse personas that are the Hermit Arcana, they get a level 3 bonus XP, so they'll like get higher level, and that's how you get your personas to just be like really powerful. So you want to do stuff like that. So why don't we just fuse this guy just to kind of show this off? I really do like all the persona designs. They're really cool. See, you got some bonus XP. So instead of getting just a normal level 17 guy, I'm able to get him 18 and 19. Can I get to 20? Oh, see, I got my Zio. Ah, didn't get him level 20. There you go. So those two personas disappeared, and I get this persona instead. You can also do triangle fusions, which are 3, and eventually you get even more. You can do like 6 persona fusions. That's where you get like some of the real crazy shit. If we go to Elizabeth here, and we go to Compendium, you do have a book of personas. So if you like fused two personas together to get a new one, but you really wanted to keep one of those ones you fused, you can go get them back. You can spend money to get them back. There is a collection aspect to the thing of like try and get all 100% personas. It's pretty tough. You really gotta work for that. I don't think there's a real, I don't know if there's a big reward you get for that. So also we got like a little request. So this is something I believe they added. I don't think it was in the original game. I think it was in FES. You can talk to Elizabeth, and she has all these requests for her, where it's like, oh, find me this thing in the real world, or oh, go get this from like fighting a boss, and cool stuff like that. And you get extra little like items and rewards. So they're just cool things worth doing. Game. We're going to leave now. Okay. We're gonna end the day. Alright, we're gonna show off the next day and show a little bit of the game. Oh my god, story. Oh. Like I said, I just loaded up the save. I have no idea what's on it. Oh, I know this cutscene. Okay. Here we go, we're gonna get a little bit of story stuff. Click. So he's one of you can see through the coffins, as I mentioned before, and he's just a normal person who was in a coffin, but he got pulled out of his coffin. That can happen where people kind of awaken to their powers. They don't quite have personas yet, and they'll kind of wake up and appear there.
Truth be told, we all.
What are you saying? Didn't mommy teach you?
And don't worry about not understanding what's going on, like with these three characters right here. This is the first time they're actually introduced in the game, so somebody who's actually was playing this game would also have no idea what's going on. So don't feel like you're missing anything.
And they asked us to get revenge. What kind of who put you up to this?
I'm just kind of
we're professionals.
skipping through it a little bit.
Professionals? Oh shit. You mean the rumors on the net are true?
Rumors on the net are true.
Hey, wait, I haven't done anything. Why me? What did I do?
That is not our concern. Your notion of right and wrong is irrelevant. People hear what they choose to hear and believe.
Guy kind of has like a Jesus look going. I wonder if that was like intentional or not. Like weird emo Jesus with a gun.
Such raw emotion.
And he murdered that guy. Yeah, so like I said, this game is M. Like I wouldn't, it's not like horrible, violent gore, but it does have some pretty, it's mature in the sense that it actually has like some pretty mature themes going. Like I would not give this to like a kid, not because I'd be like, you can't see the gore, because I'm like, no, this like talks about stuff that you wouldn't really understand, or you would like fully comprehend. Kind of have to be a little bit more mature to get some of this. I like that stuff. That's the kind of mature I like. I like mature that more adult in that nature, rather than like, oh, it's violent. So you can see we move on to the next day. So this game runs on a day-by-day cycle. It takes place over the course of a full year. So you play like every single day. Well, not every day. It does occasionally skip some weeks. Here we go. We're over here in conversation. This happens all the time. The beginning of the day. Over here, the gossiping students. This is how you get all your good info. Revenge quest websites. There's this name you want to get revenge on. Bam! Mission accomplished. I wonder if that has anything to do with those guys last night. Damn, listening student, you want to murder somebody. Gossiping student is concerned by this. Early morning. So you can see there it gives the date. Also has it says next 14 with a new next to a circle. The new refers to the moon, and the 14 refers to when the next moon will be full. That is related to the story. Every time the moon comes full, big event happens. Game. So you're kind of playing by a sort of cycle of like, okay, we got to prepare ourselves for the next a full moon. Alright, so this is lunchtime. This is Kenshi here. He's one of my social links who shows up. I think he actually is the hermit social link, if I recall. Might be. I don't know. Yeah. I don't remember. He showed up at lunchtime. He's like, hey, do you want to hang out today? I'll say, yeah, I think so. I'm not committing to that by saying that, by the way. The music club. So he's in the music club. So when a person, after school, you get the option to hang out with a bunch of people and talk to them and do social links with them. Last center for the day. So here we go. We got, there's this guy, there's Kenji. He has a exclamation point around him, so I can hang out with him if I want. This is Pyrojack. So he's, this is a Magician Arcana social link, and because I have Pyrojack in my party, it means that the social link will go up faster, so you also want to have personas of that Arcana in your party with you, because it'll make the social link go by faster. Rank 8, so I'm pretty high. It goes up to 10. I can finish his pretty soon. And this is showing different personas that are of that Arcana that, like, hey, you should have some of these personas so you can do stuff with them. I'm not going to hang out with him, because Kenshi came to me at lunch. When a person comes to you at lunch, that means that you go talk to them, you will definitely rank up with them. While I could maybe rank up with Kenji right now, but I'm not 100% sure. Same with this guy over here. I'm gonna go around. You can explore the school and you can talk to people. There's a lot of fun stuff to do. Different party members. So there's Kenji. So before I do that, I'm just gonna quickly show off. Again, love the music that's happening right now. We're gonna leave the school for a sec. We can go to town. You got all these different options. Go to the mall, go to the station, eat with Todai. Go back to my dorm if I want. Don't do that. I mean, you could just ignore everything and say, I don't want to hang out with you. I'm just gonna go back to the dorm. You're just wasting time and opportunity to level up and do stuff. So if I was to go to, like, for example, the mall, there are other things I could do. If there's no one to hang out with a social link with or something, I could do other stuff. I can, for example, I could go to the arcade. I can go to the police station. Here's a great thing. You buy your weapons from the police station. So I can talk to Officer Kurosawa here, and I can be like, yo, sell me that bastard sword. For Junpei, which is really funny. You can get all this stuff. You spend money. You go through money pretty quick in this game, but you also get it pretty quick. Stuff like that. You can sell things. You can also buy health items. Say I go to, like, this cafe. Says, oh, right now it's crowded. But like, sometimes you can go to the cafe and you could say, hey, I wanna spend my time here. And you will, and in the cafe's instance, it'll bring up my charm, which is one of those stats I was talking about, status. So for example, the reason I want to do it, one of the party members, Yukari, I can start a social link with her. I can only start a social link with her when my charm is all the way at max. So you want to, like, constantly be working on improving those stats so that you can hang out with those people for more social. Let's head back. Let's hang out with Kendi and wrap it up. Kind of a typical Persona day. Yeah, this game can really eat up a lot of your time. So I guess the reason why I think this game is so great is I like the system. I like the whole structure of it a lot. I love, like, the whole, like, day-by-day system. But I also really like the characters. I think the characters, I mean, it's definitely very kind of Japanese and ridiculous, like the whole, like, oh, we summon demons and shoot ourselves in the head and that kind of stuff. Feels very Japanese. But the characters feel very real. They feel like real people, and they feel like they have real people problems, especially these social links that aren't related to any of that stuff. Like, the social links are purely, like, just being with this person and talking about, like, real world problems and issues that people have. So the characters all feel real. They feel like real people. I really, really like that. Oh yeah, like you can see like the instruments in the back are like flashing. I think that's something up with the capture because again, has never happened in the game before. The hours flew by while we were having fun. Ooh. I think his name is Kinsuki. I've been pronouncing it wrong the whole time. Well, that's embarrassing. Whatever. The Japanese names. I only took a semester in Japanese. I should probably not have pronounced Japanese names. He seems embarrassed. Yeah, you tell me that. I mean, I pronounced your name wrong the whole time. What will I say to him? You can kind of be a dick if you want. Great job, man. Yeah, there's not much character. Like, your character doesn't talk, silent protagonist. You get a little bit of dialogue, but you don't get to talk that much. I will say, you should be careful doing the social links. As much fun as it would be to, like, I'm going to say the dick thing, you can actually reverse the social link and stop it from progressing, and you don't want to do that. So, do be careful in options when you're doing the social link. Here we go, got Fuka, one of my party members, who's also in the club with me. She's not part of the social link, though. She has her own social link involving her hilarious attempts at baking and how terrible she is at it. Which I guess is like a Japanese... Is that like a trope in Japanese things? Like that women can't bake? Because Persona 4 has it as well, where they made it where like every party member that's a girl in that game just can't cook for shit. That's the solidarity. Our relationship has become stronger. There you go, mysterious voice ringing in my head. Fortune Arcana, that's what he is. We have reached rank 3. There you go. Now I can make more powerful fortune persona. This one's actually an interesting social link because you can actually pick which club you want to go to. So you can go to like the art club or the photography club, and no matter what, this guy is in that club, so it actually like slightly tweaks the social link depending. Which most social links aren't like that. But that's kind of interesting that that happens. Although the main storyline of the is knocking on himself on it. Oh shit. Things just got real up in here. Damn, dude. You are a doctor and a musician. As a winning combination right there. Good work, Doc Jr. I feel like that's a bit condescending. Just like, good work, Doc Jr. Look at this fucking guy. Doctor. No, he's not a real doctor. I'll take him to the nurses. So right now you're kind of like, I don't know what's up with the social link. It progress and you kind of figure out like, oh, this is what it's about. Oh, here we go. We're getting a little bit of more story stuff. Here's Akihiko, one of our other party members, talking with this other character. You.
How can you eat the same thing all? Shut up.
Shinjiro senpai.
You always eat that pro.
This is just, again, there's a lot of setup for characters, kind of introduce elements that go later, and I like the story of this game a lot. I think the actual supernatural stuff is okay. It's a bit, gets a bit too, like, saving the worldy at the end, like, the fate of the entire universe is at stake, and I'm kind of sick of that plot, but it's not as bad as it could be, and again, it really, the main point of the game is not like, we have to save the world. The main point of the game is the characters, the growth of these characters.
Think about it, Shinji.
Persona 4 even more so. Really, like Persona 4 has a plot. It's a murder mystery plot. But like really it's about like the characters. We're just gonna...
I made up my mind along. You have to let the what's done is done.
I'm just gonna kind of skip through this. I don't want to keep going. This video going too long. We're already at 30 minutes or so. Head on out. Man, I got a lot of dialogue this episode. More so than most. Like, usually don't have that much. There we go. We got 2 weeks until the moon is at full. Again, training strength. Hiko. Okay. Again, I love how this music is great. Great music. Okay, so this is the dorm, and at night, I can just go to sleep and I can just say, yeah, fuck it, I don't want to do anything. I can talk to all my different party members here. If I talk to Fuka, I can say, hey, let's go to Tartarus tonight if I want to do that. You don't have to do it every night, and you shouldn't do it every night. There is a system where your character can get tired, and you don't want to. If you do that, your character then gets sick, and then they can't function in battle. So you don't want to hurt yourself. And then at the, you can also go to the mall over here. And I can spend time here if I want and do stuff. So that is a typical day. And that's the game. Nate, if you're watching, I hope I've convinced you why this game is awesome and why you should be excited about Persona 5. Thanks for watching, everybody.